It'll come. There you go.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the Rant Booth up here on the boardwalk at AllCampus. On the boardwalk in Ocean City, it's our second summer, and we're here with the owner of AllCampus, John Coyle. John, I'm happy to be back,
We're
man.
back again. Another summer. Boardwalk's packed. We had a little bit of rain earlier today, but it's all clear now. Everyone's here. Store's packed. All the hats are in. We're ready to
I
roll.
tell you made a great improvement from this time
Yes.
last year. I've been by here on my bike a few times, but I haven't actually been into the store other than say, "Hey, where's John?"
Right.
And but I'll tell you what, I'm glad. I'm so excited to be back. We had a lot of fun. What I like about this particular show, the format of the show is you guys. It's no notes.
No.
We don't
notes.
look up. We don't have a computer here to look up stuff. It's just
Nope.
off the top of our noggins. It's what we're passionate about. Philly sports. We'll talk about a lot of other things.
Yeah.
But primarily, we're like Phillies, Flyers, Sixers, Eagles, and anything that's in this area
Right.
that we want to talk about. We emphasize, but we're not afraid to go dip our water in the proverbial ocean and talk about something
bring
else.
the fans on and whatever they want to talk about too.
Whatever you want to talk about. And like I said, the premise of this show is there's no notes. It's A2D radio. This is AllCampus, and we're in the rant booth. So if you want to come here and rant and get anything off your chest, here's the place to do it, John.
This is it. Yeah. I mean, there's no better scenery. There's no better place to be. You come here, get some food, have a nice night with the family. It's a beautiful setting. And then you come out here and you talk sports, watch the Phillies game with us.
Now, John, when I came up here earlier, and I was a little late getting to the set.
Yes, you were.
Better late than never.
Yep.
Right here for a start. However, that being said, I heard at the last minute that Baker Mayfield goes to Carolina Panthers.
Just got traded. Yeah.
Just got traded.
For a 5th rounder. And the Browns $8 million of his salary.
Wow. So the Panthers are making a concerted effort to be relevant. The only thing they really need is a quarterback.
Right. I mean, I don't know if Baker is that, but I'm assuming he's an upgrade, right?
Well, here's the thing. Baker Mayfield, and I know during the playoffs that they lost in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
And he was horrible. He threw like 4 interceptions.
Right.
But he was hurt.
He also got him there, too, for the first time in a long time.
That's right. His play up until the point where he got hurt enabled that team to take the next step.
True.
And then he got hurt. I'm not a big Baker Mayfield fan by any stretch of the imagination.
Right.
But I think I call balls and strikes pretty fair. I mean, he was hurt. I'm not a Browns fan, but he was hurt.
Right.
And if a quarterback's hurt, he's not throwing the ball as well as he could be or should be, and then the team loses. He threw 4 interceptions. Could you imagine the reception?
Oh,
the reaction he would get if he was in Philadelphia.
Correct.
He
would have been out of town.
So I understand where the fan base is. But that being said, I still think it's a good move for the Carolina Panthers.
I think it's a great move for the Panthers. Don't get me wrong.
What does the
100%.
fan think? We get people chiming in here and see what the family thinks.
Yeah.
Because we're up here on the boardwalk at AllCampus every Wednesday night through the rest of the summer.
Yep.
John Coyle's got us up here like we were last year. We had a great time last year.
Oh, it was great.
I mean,
it was so much fun.
We were talking sports we had so many people stop by and be a part of the show, and that's what makes it.
Yep.
We have let's see, I think Amanda has a question. Ask the question.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. So AllCampus is what, you give 25% off if anybody comes in and rants with us?
Anyone who comes on, rants, talks about your favorite sports topic, talk about, if you're a little kid with the game that you played this weekend, whatever you want to talk about, come on, and you get 25% off anything in the store.
AllCampus on the boardwalk, amazing amount of hats. I commented on my show, The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN. I'm on every Saturday and Sunday down here in South Jersey. And when we were talking about the Rant Booth prior to coming on this year, we were talking about one of the segments that we did was Stump the Schwaber.
Yeah.
And you had hats from almost like the most obscure colleges. People come in and say, "Hey, you got a hat of the University of Podunk U or whatever."
Yeah,
you had it.
Yeah, we have over 280 in stock now. We're a little bit light. Come next month, we should be over 400 different colleges in here.
400 different colleges.
Yes.
Now, another aspect of the show that we're going to be doing each and every Wednesday night up here at AllCampus on the boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey. Throughout the summer, we're going to be watching the Phillies games, and we're going to be commenting on the play-by-play in real time.
Right.
We're going to be talking about the Phillies real time, and the first thing that I'm going to bring to your attention, and we're going to jump around. We'll like kind of just let people know what we're going to talk about, and then we'll get back to it. But how about Kyle Schwaber?
Yeah, we were just talking about him earlier today. Me and a couple of guys that are working here. He might be batting 220 or whatever, but leading the league.
Now, I saw
for home runs and could be an MVP candidate.
This is the first time, I believe, since Raul Ibanez hit
25
home runs in at least the smallest amount of bats. I think he's done it. He's passed Ibanez.
Right.
And you know what? To be honest with you, I was shocked. I thought I would see like Ryan Howard or Pat Burrell. Ibanez. I didn't realize it was Ibanez.
He had that hot year, yeah. There's our question from Amanda, I believe.
Let me read it, John, because I don't have my glasses.
What do you think Bryce Harper will be back? And also,
what do you think about the bullpen?
What do you think about the bullpen?
All right, Amanda. It's a great question, and it's a timely question because on my show last Sunday, The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN, I had Dr. Nathan Bodine.
Oh, nice.
He's a orthopedic hand surgeon at Virtua, and let me say this: he's in the know.
Right.
Let me do this. He's in the know. Not a lot of comment. Obviously, Bryce spoke with the media yesterday.
Yes.
About his injury, and they put 3 pins in. We were made aware of that Sunday before the information get out, but the doctor said, Dr. Nathan Bodine said that it's going to be every bit of 8 weeks.
Correct.
Because the reason is Dr. Nathan Bodine explained the 3 different types of breaks in the thumb that the thumb can sustain. And the one break, the break that he has, requires pins,
right?
And plates or whatever it needed to enhance the rehabilitation.
It's time. The bone healing.
It's the bone healing. Once that bone heals, then he can get therapy.
Right.
But it's up to the individual. Like when you don't, if you are recommended to do certain things and you don't do them,
you don't heal as fast.
You're not going to heal as fast.
Yeah.
But he said, that being said, Bryce Harper is a top-notch athlete. In his body's in tip-top shape. He eats right. He sleeps right. So his recovery time will be faster than, say, like you and me.
Right.
But the problem he's going to have is the manipulation of the scar tissue, the working, and then to eventually get that grip back on the bat.
Correct. The strength.
And, remember, Mickey Moniak had the same thing this year.
Yes, he did.
Not the exact same break, but he broke a bone in his thumb.
Yeah, right? It's not been the same.
And it's not been the same. Now, I don't know if you know this, John, but a lot of other radio stations in this area, not mine, because or not my station, not my show,
right? Because
I'm not a big Mickey Moniak fan.
Okay.
Drafted #1 overall.
Yes, he was.
In 2016. So he's been a pro for a significant amount of time.
And he's done pretty good in the minors.
Done great in the minors.
Yeah.
He hasn't done anything in the pros.
No,
now,
he has not.
With that being said, baseball.
Yep.
Amanda, he is only had 78 or 82 bats.
Right.
Bryson Stott already has 144 or something this year.
Correct.
This is his first year. So I don't think it's fair to judge Mickey Moniak on that body of work. I don't think it's fair.
All
right? But people want results now because he's a #1 pick. He's got more pressure on him. I'm not as quick to pull the trigger and get rid of him.
Wow.
He's the type of guy that you get rid of, he's going to come back and bite you in the ass.
I'm shocked to hear you say that.
Yeah, I want to practice. I write a column, 973ESPN.com every Friday. I wrote about patience, the Philadelphia fans and patience, the Phillies and the Philly fans.
We don't have any.
We don't have any.
We don't have any.
But Mickey Moniak is a different situation. Baseball is like unlike any other sport where you have slumps and high, streaks and slumps, ups and downs.
Oh yeah, baseball's the worst with that.
You got to be a little bit more patient. Now, if you're a football player, it's a little different.
Correct. Yeah, shorter amount of games. Yeah.
Basketball, same thing.
Yeah. Well, getting to all this talk with Mickey Moniak and Bryce Harper, we got our poll question for the day.
Okay, what's the poll question?
So,
Bryce Harper and Gene Segura will only improve this lineup when they return. I'm going to agree to that.
I'm going to agree to it, but I'm going to take it a different way. All right. Do they add by subtraction? Because we know Bryce Harper, when he comes back, has to be in the DH spot.
Right.
And we have Home Run Hall right now.
Derek,
do we lose him?
Long Ball Hall.
Is he?
Well, yeah. You're not gonna. Yeah.
Where do we move him? Are we moving? Does Schwarber move to center? Can Hall play left? are we just sending Hall back to the minors?
I would imagine you're going to send him back to the minors.
Is he a trade piece now that he has showcased what he has?
That's a good question, too, because if you look, remember when Ryan Howard wanted to come up to play with the Phillies?
Yeah.
Who was he behind?
Tommy.
And he didn't come up till he was 26.
Right.
So, what I would use him for trade bait.
Yeah, well, that's what it seems like, right? We need bullpen help. The question Amanda just posted to us: we needed bullpen help.
I do agree.
There it is.
I do agree that they will they will help the lineup. How much remains to be seen. It all depends how effective they're going to be after the return from an injury like that.
That's true too. Gene Segura is a professional hitter. I love watching him hit.
But you know what? Gene Segura has been very frustrating ball player to support.
Well, hustle-wise, yes. But he's a 300 hitter.
Exactly. Bryce Harper is going to add a dimension to this team that you can see as soon as he left the lineup.
Yeah.
That when he comes back, he'll the first day he's back, he'll having him it's like a security blanket.
It's more than a security blanket. It's an emotional injection into the lineup that he'll give. He's the heart of this team, maybe the heart of the city.
Yeah, I think, and I said this once again. I keep reiterating this, and I will reiterate throughout the show that on my show, I constantly say that when he was with the Nationals, I couldn't stand him.
Oh, I hated him. I hated the little toe tap with a bat. I hated him.
Punch him in the face. Yeah. I know.
Now I love it. I animate. I try to do it.
Just like the Miami Heat, PJ Tucker.
Yeah, he's another one.
Smart from Boston.
I despise him.
Don't you want to punch him in the head?
But if he was a Sixer,
love him.
Our type of guy.
Yeah, we're here up on the boardwalk at AllCampus on the boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey. A2D radio. It's the Rant Booth. You come here, you get the rant, and you can also send us a message.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Too. Jake says, "What up, fellas? I agree with the poll, but I'd be willing to move Gene because some of the young guys are playing well." Now, you know what? That's not a bad idea because you know what they call the young guys, don't you? They call them the playpen, or what do they call them? What was the nickname?
Yeah, I hear you. I get it.
Upper room or something.
Right, but you know baseball just as well as I do. That's not how baseball works. Gene Segura is now a veteran in this league. All right, he's been around a while. If you're going to trade him, you're not trading him to a contender because contenders aren't giving up major league prospects back. They're only going to give up minor league prospects, right? You're not going to get a major league player back.
Unless they have somebody extra to give away.
The only team like that's the Dodgers, right? That's it.
But
there's no other team that's going to give up a major league roster player for Gene Segura.
So it's July 6th.
Right.
And yeah, that might be true today, but if somebody goes down and somebody needs a Segura, they might be willing to part with.
Right.
Yeah, you're darn right. They might be willing to part with a guy, that might be their future.
You're right. That could be something different. Injury could maybe make that happen.
Like, you don't know. The Phillies, Dombrowski right now could be thinking his wheels could be turning right now.
100%. I'm all for trading Gene Segura. But what I'm saying to you is I'm trading Gene Segura. You're either trading him to a contender who is going to give you a prospect back. They're not going to give you a major league ready player because they're not going to want to get rid of him. If you trade, and no young team, no team that's out of it is going to trade for him because he's a veteran. They only want prospects, right? So we're in a weird spot with our team because we can't trade a Didi. We can't trade a Gene. We can't trade a Schwarber or anything like that.
I don't think anybody takes Didi.
No.
He's on the downturn. Matter of fact, his power. I mean,
it's gone.
No, they say he's dealing with injury again this year, but that's 2 years in a row. How much longer are we going to wait? He doesn't have that much time. Five times ticking away on him.
Yeah, no. What I'm getting at it though is you just can't trade these guys for major league players. You're only trading them for prospects.
See, I don't know if I 100% agree with that for the simple reason that if it all depends on the need and what you have available. If a team has an extra pitcher, like we need bullpen help.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I'm just using the Dodgers. I don't know, but just say if Trey Turner goes down,
right,
or somebody goes down like that type of magnitude, and they have an extra pitcher, and they know that they're good. They have the the lineup to go deep, they might be willing to sacrifice.
Maybe I get it. Maybe they're going to look to trade a prospect there. They're not going to look to no contending team as going to give up arms. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
All right, so are the Phillies buyers or sellers?
Have to be buyers, right? We win today. We're in the playoffs.
Right,
we're in the playoffs.
1.5 out right now?
No, we're tied right now.
Tied right now?
Yeah.
I didn't see. That's
we win. We beat St. Louis. We're in
here, John. I didn't look. I didn't really look at everything. I was working today.
Yeah.
But you're right there. This team. And by the way, Amanda also wants to know: do you think Bryce Harper will be in the All-Star game?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
In other words, two reasons why. One, he's a DH.
Right.
That doesn't happen a lot, I don't think. And number two is he's missed a lot of games.
I think he's going to get voted in, no doubt. And I think he'll go there. Does he play in the game? No, I don't think he's going to play in the game.
Yeah, it says because the question is, do you think Bryce Harper will be in the All-Star game?
No.
Segura, I don't think will be either.
No.
Tonight, what do we have? Aaron Nola on the hill.
We got Nola on the hill. Yeah.
And we look what the
there it is, right there.
Shutting down the best bullpen ERA since June 15th. The Phillies are the
number one
bullpen at 2.23. By the way, there was a stretch not too long ago where the Phillies hadn't walked their bullpen hadn't walked the batter in 115 at bats.
Right.
Then, of course, a couple of days later, the wheels came off. But they've been pitching a lot better.
I'm okay with a couple of days, right? You're going to have some blown saves. It's going to happen throughout the year. You just can't have two of them a week like we're used to.
Phillies are 21-9.
Yeah.
Since the manager.
Right.
What did they win? 11-0 last night.
11-0. 11-0. Yep.
So I mean, this Phillies team has a lineup. By the way, isn't this what we expected from this offensive? We knew they were going to make errors.
Right.
But they've cut them down.
Yeah, Alex Bohm's looked good out there.
And they've cut down bonehead plays like mental mistakes, mental errors. Not only kills your team, the enthusiasm when that happens, everybody hangs their head.
Right.
Not here. They've corrected that.
Yeah.
Hey, we're up here at AllCampus on the boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey. What a beautiful night. People are just strolling by on the boardwalk. Come on into the Rant Booth or send us an email. Send us a message on our board. We can talk about it. The Philadelphia Phillies are right now, you said tied for the
wild card. With St. Louis, who we play, right? Or no, we're playing Washington. I'm sorry.
Washington.
Yeah.
The Nationals. By the way, I can't stand the Nationals.
Despise them.
I never liked them.
No, despise them. But you're right. This is the lineup that we expected. This is the offense that we expected. Nick Castellanos finally starting to get on track. JT's finally starting to get on track. Schwarber is just a man on fire right now.
So we were just talking about the Phillies bullpen, and not that I'm taking notes, but I snapped this. From it says the Phillies bullpen has been the best in Major League Baseball, which we just said, in 2 weeks with their first in ERA, first in PIP, first in WHIP, WAR, base on balls 9, batting average. I mean, they've swept every category.
And no surprise, the picture that you have up there, who is it?
A2D Radio.
No.
Isn't it A2D?
The man.
Sir
Anthony.
Right.
I am high on Sir Anthony. He will be our closer by the end of the year.
Hey, by the way, I just want to right now talk about somebody that sponsors me and my show on ESPN, The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, the insurance doctor. All right, if you have any type of insurance claim, any damage, whether it's residential or commercial, I recommend you call the insurance doctor. The insurance doctor, you don't want to call it. Look, you wouldn't go to court without your lawyer.
Right.
You wouldn't go to an IRS meeting without your accountant.
Right.
Do not call your insurance company first. You call the insurance doctor. Give them a call, 856-874-8377. The insurance doctor. Ask for Frank. Tell him you heard it on the radio, on A2D Radio. And I'm telling you what, I know two people that everybody knows that the insurance doctors work for. And one is Joe Namath.
There you go.
The other one is Brian Baldinger. I spoke with him personally. So the insurance doctor will work for you. But a great company, and we're happy to have him on board here on the in the Rant Booth.
Yep.
Specifically for the Rant Booth.
Yes.
All right. It's specific to the Rant Booth. Beautiful night here. We're going to be here every Wednesday. Owner John Coyle has invited us back. We had a good response last year.
Had a great response last year, and people have been missing it so far this year. I've had a lot of people coming in and asking, yep.
I guess we did start earlier last year.
We did start earlier last year.
We started before the 4th of July.
Right.
But the summer, and here's another thing about the summer. I've been down here all my life. When you get to the 4th of July, the week's just
it's almost over.
And then the first thing you start thinking about is what?
Football.
You start thinking about the Eagles.
Yep.
You start thinking about the Eagles. Now, even on my show, The Locker Room with Billy Schwarber, 97.3 ESPN, I've hardly been talking about the Eagles because the Phillies, when the
Phillies are hot,
the Phillies are relevant.
Yep.
How about that?
Yep.
And fun to watch because we like it when they score 11 runs. We also like it when home runs are hit. Like, there's nothing. That young boy, Caleb, I forget his last name. I'll never forget. I was riding in the car with my daughter. And the Phillies were losing by 4 runs. Bryce Harper comes up and hits a grand slam.
Right.
We're in the car. We were watching, but you kind of get bored with it. You think you're going to lose.
Yep.
And then Bryce Harper hits a grand slam. An inning later, Bryson Stott comes up. The kids got the rally cap.
Oh, yeah.
And the kid, everybody knows this particular incident where he was praying.
Yeah.
Please, God, let him hit a home run, blah, 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 blah. And Bryson Stott hit
first one, right?
And he was going, did you see the jubilate? It worked. It worked. And that type of stuff keeps people glued to the TV.
Yes. Yeah, if you can have a little bit of heart, a little bit of passion like the Philadelphia fans do, and then the players come through for you, oh, man, we'll ride and die with Philadelphia sports if that happens.
I've had arguments with family members and not arguments, disagreements about the Philly fan. I think and even my co-host, Brad Quast, being a former professional athlete, he says, people need to be patient. And even like Rick Tockett and Craig Berube, Schweiner, you can't get too high with things. But as a fan, you want 100%.
Yes.
All right? You want, even when, let's go back to this John Coyle. How about when Alec Baum was caught on video saying, I hate this bleeping place.
Yep.
What did he do that night in the interview?
He owned it. He owned it. He manned up to it, said I said it was out of contest, it was out of frustration, and then he came back and then he said I love it.
By the way, I was at that game against the Mets the next day.
Standing no.
He gets announced to go up to bat.
Yeah.
People are cheering for him.
Right.
And here's a guy that can't feel himself out of a wet paper bag.
That's the one thing about Philadelphia fans. I will always say this, is we want every single player to succeed. We never boo or get hard on a guy because we want him to fail.
Can you name a guy that you hated when he was playing for this team, for one of our teams?
Hated playing? No. None. There's none.
I mean, there's teams.
No. I take it back. There's one. There's one. Scott Rowland.
Yeah, there you go.
Scott Rowland.
But you know why? Not right away. It took a little while.
Correct.
But his attitude got him. The reason why he was running out of town because he had a problem with Boa.
Right.
Bo is loved in this town.
Right.
You're not going to get people to back you over Larry Bowa, especially when you're not a Philly guy.
Right.
And you talk bad about. How about Dominic Brown?
I never hated Dominic Brown. The guy had all the talent in the world.
You know when he actually went, and I was sitting literally 15 seats from him. Do you know when he started really getting hated? When he wore a Dallas Cowboys jersey to the Eagles game.
That's right.
Literally, I heckled him. You can't do that.
No. There's definitely things you can't do.
You've had players that wear even ball caps. I think didn't Tobias Harris wear a different baseball team?
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No, that's a no. If you're playing on Philly, you wear Philly. Even if you like and grew up with another team, you wear Philly. You're going to get ridiculed. You're going to get run out of town.
We're broadcasting live up here on the boardwalk at AllCampus, as we will be doing each and every Wednesday up on the boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey. AllCampus, come in the Rant Booth, which is what we're doing right now, but it's open to the fans. It's open to shoppers to come on in here and express themselves. We have the vehicle to do it, A2D Radio. Tommy Arnone is our guy. And I like this. It's a different modicum for people to come up and do this.
There's no other place, guys, where you could come up, have a platform like A2D to voice your opinion, get what you're feeling out in the sports world, especially in the Philadelphia market, and just get it out. You can say whatever you want here.
We not a curse on this?
No cursing, no cursing. It's a family-friendly show here.
Because on radio, we have a 8-second delay.
Right. Not here.
But there are times, though, when you get infuriated with the effort of somebody. And there have been pictures, videos of fans getting so mad. That one teacher, did you see when it was an Eagles game, cursing and just going nuts?
I didn't see that.
That was a big story this year. I'm just trying to think of some of the things.
Gene Segura one, with not running down the first base. That's the one that sticks out in my mind. That we and I believe who was coaching for us then?
Gene Segura,
Gabe. And he benched him for it, and the fans reacted to that.
All right, so since we're talking Phillies, by the way, the game's getting ready to start. I believe it's a 7:05
start. Yeah.
And by the way, Aaron Nola's been pitching lights out lately. You know that he's 5-5 with a 2.
He should be a Cy Young guy.
Yeah, but he needs to pick a.
They don't give him any run support. He doesn't get any run support.
Yeah, you're right.
They've blown 6 games for him.
They have
6 games,
and he is. His ERA was down to 2.98. It's now back up to 3.13,
right?
Which isn't bad.
That's great.
But he hasn't gotten run support. But he had a slow start in the beginning of the season.
Okay,
and he couldn't make it past the 5th inning.
Right.
Now he's settled in, and I think you're going to see.
He gives you a solid 7.
By the way, it just so happens it is a contract year.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
We're broadcasting live up on the boardwalk here in New Jersey, Ocean City, New Jersey, at AllCampus. It's the Rant Booth. Come on in, talk sports with us. Get anything you want off your chest. We're the vehicle to do it. A2D Radio, all major platforms. We broadcast live every Wednesday night from AllCampus. John Coyle here invited us to do this for the 2nd year in a row because we had such a great response.
Yes.
We had some great guests last year. Kids, adults.
The kids are the best.
Yeah.
The kids are absolutely best. And it's not even them coming on and giving us a thrill. And they show us how much sports means to the younger generation.
Well, look at that kid that was praying for the home run
right
in the beginning of the year. I mean, the youngster had a rally hat on. He was praying to God, please, God. Then Bryson Stott.
That's all he wanted.
And he was like, it worked. It worked. And it worked.
Yeah.
Now, here's another thing. Because Mickey Moniak, get back to Mickey. He doesn't have that on his resume yet. He hasn't won a big game. Bryson Stott has.
I think he's only got one home run.
Long Ball Hall does. Alec Boehm certainly does. Veerling does.
Right.
He doesn't.
No. And well, I think he's batting 125 right now.
148.
Is it 148?
So.
I just don't understand a guy who has that much time. Well, this is what I don't understand is going through the whole scouting process and him becoming the number 1 pick for the Phillies. Did we not know that this guy cannot read, judge, recognize a curveball to save his life?
Right. No.
They're never going to throw him a fastball again. There was a situation last night. Bases loaded. He comes up with 1 out. He saw all curveballs.
Right.
All curveballs.
Well, there books on him. They got the book. And he's going to have to work on that.
Even with bases loaded, they can't get a fastball.
With all this being said, and I know it's not a popular point of view, I'm just not ready to give up.
I am.
You are.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I got.
That should be. So
got my guy in mind that I want him to trade for.
So you know what? That should be another poll question maybe for next week. Are you ready to give up on Mickey Moniak?
You go get me a bullpen arm. I'm
Dave
in.
Dombrowski should give up on Mickey Moniak. Do you agree or disagree? That could be our next topic.
Everyone and their mother is going to agree.
Right?
Everyone's going to agree.
I want to go the other way. How about that?
You will definitely be the only one.
Advocate.
Yep.
I'm not doing it just to be different. I really think that he's trying. I think you look at his face.
Right.
And we're looking at the standings. Atlanta's at 48 and 34. And this is the wild card race. The Phillies are 43 and 38. And we're there. We're there.
Yep.
So
tied with St. Louis, but we got more wins.
And how about the Mets? I mean, the stinking Mets. How about this? they were winning without DeGrom and without Scherzer.
And now they get them.
Now they get it. By the way, Scherzer pitched last night and lost 1-0.
Right.
Which is kind of ironic.
That's what he does.
But he's the best pitcher in baseball. One of them anyway.
It's him and DeGrom.
And
did you see DeGrom, his first rehab start?
Since Bryce's injury, Hoskins 310, Castellanos 324, and Schwaber 5 home runs, 11 RBIs. Realmuto batting 318. This is all since Bryce Harper left the lineup.
That's what you need. When your star goes down, your other role players, quote-unquote stars, come up.
That reminds me of another team back in 2017 that put dog faces on.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
And I'm talking about the Philadelphia Eagles, the year that they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
How many injuries did they sustain on the way?
The main one, the MVP. We lost the MVP.
He wasn't
no, there was a lot. But he was the head.
Broadcasted live here at AllCampus, Ocean City Boardwalk. Come on up. We're right by Playland. It's a beautiful night, John.
Oh, gorgeous
beautiful
night.
Night to talk sports. Come on up to the Rant Booth. Get whatever it is you want in the world of sports off your chest. We'll talk about it. It's the Rant Booth. A2D Radio on all platforms. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. You name it, we're there. And last year, we had the band up here.
Yeah.
They weren't allowed to play, right?
No.
Copyright thing.
Correct.
Eagles are all over that.
Oh, yeah. So they do still come out here. They'll be out here probably tonight. They usually come around 7:30, 8 o'clock. They'll post up right out there, and they'll be playing the songs again.
So we wanted to get them to play the Eagles Fly song.
Right.
They couldn't do it.
No, but they have been playing High Hopes.
Oh, High Hopes?
Yeah, after the Phillies games, they've been playing some High Hopes. You get the whole boardwalk out here cheering it. They do the Eagles fight song. You get the whole crowd cheering EAGLES Eagles.
So, John, let me ask you this. So we talked a little Phillies baseball, touched a little football, not so much the Eagles.
Right.
But I want to ask you, what do you think of the Anthony Melton?
I'm happy with this trade. I mean, I think it's
Sixers have one more move to make to solidify them as a contender.
I think they need a backup center. Yeah, I think we need to find a backup center.
Do they need a Beal or a Wall or something like that?
No.
No?
Don't tell me. No. I would love to have it. Don't get me wrong.
Beal's a free agent.
Yeah, who you got to trade Toby?
Yeah,
you got to trade Toby. Okay, I would do it too, but you got to find a trade partner to do it.
What, you mean it would have to be a three-way?
100%. And you have to take salary back too, right? You got to make it work because that's how the NBA trade works. You have to make it work match.
All right, so what are you saying, that the Anthony Melton is the piece that we were missing?
No. I
think Morey's going to have to do something else.
I do. I love the house pickup. I love that. That's instant offense coming off the bench. I do love that pickup. I do love the Melton pickup. We've been clamoring for a backup point guard for a couple of years now. That we filled that now.
Okay. I mean,
now we need a center.
Look, he played with Ja Morant, scored 10 points, averaged about 10.8 points a game.
And he played great when Ja was hurt.
He's a two-way player.
Yeah, he played great when Ja was hurt.
John, talking about the Sixers makes me go back and think when we first started the Rant Booth. Remember we were up here during the Sixers
run
on Father's Day. They lost. How dejected were we?
Yep.
I mean, we were here while the big games were playing.
I was at the game.
No, but I mean, we were here at one of the games.
One of the games, yeah.
Broadcasting live. Yep. And I'll never forget that because the dejection that we felt after that one game. That's why we live and die with our teams. It's just such a tough pill to swallow when you don't see these guys giving Bryce Harper efforts.
Correct. And we felt that with Ben Simmons the previous years. We felt that this year with James Harden. We felt that with Joel Embiid getting hurt every single big moment, big playoff run. He's always hurt. And now you're starting to expect that, right? Like, I'm looking into this year. What's this year going to bring us? How are we going to lose this year?
And I must do this. Not too many people are probably even thinking about it. But the NHL draft is the 7th. And
Thursday.
And there are a couple people that the Flyers are looking at. To be honest with you,
I got my guy in mind.
I'm not. If they get this 5'9" guy,
oh
I'm
please,
shoot myself.
No.
I mean, you got to listen. I don't even know if I have it in here. I know no notes, but I wanted to keep this just for the
Right.
the size of these guys. I maintain that big guys always beat up on
So do
small
I.
guys.
So do I.
It's the way it is.
Yep.
And you don't need. We don't. If you have a guy that's another Travis Konechny on this team,
No.
we can't have that.
No, we cannot.
Talk about diversity in our day and age. You can't have the same kind of player cut out of the same mold. Yeah, he's crafty, he's 5'9", he's fast, but look at Konechny.
Yeah, you have to. If you could get a skilled guy who's bigger, it's always better than a skilled guy who's littler. It just is.
I forget the guy's name. It's not that Cutter. It's Soviel or Soviet.
Oh, the Slovakian.
Yeah,
yeah.
5'9".
He's gonna
come on, man.
No.
Flyers are drafted there in the 5 spot.
Right.
And remember, they got Nolan Patrick a few years
at the
with
2.
With the 2 because they got the balls fell the right way.
Right.
Lottery balls. It didn't go that way for the Flyers.
We came down one.
We came down one. Now we're at 5. I'm looking at this guy Joachim Kemmel and this guy David Yerksik or whatever.
Okay.
I'm not really great pronouncing that type of name.
Right.
6'3", 190. He's a young kid, 18, and this guy's 5'11", but he's a right winger and he's apparently solid. You know?
I'm with you. This is the guy you're talking about.
Oh, there we go. So,
yeah, I'm not high on him
5'9",
either.
179.
Where's my guy? Is he not here? The geek. I want geeky.
The geeky.
That's my guy.
And we don't like.
That's who I want.
And but our format here is no notes, but I had to bring it up because we haven't been talking that much hockey.
No, because the Flyers stink.
Yeah, because the Flyers stink, and I've been trying to get John Tortorella on my show,
right?
97.3 ESPN, The Locker Room with Billy Schwein. I put my requests in,
right,
and we'll see if we can get him. But is John Tortorella the guy for this team? I mean, you're talking about a team that has absolutely devoid of talent.
Yeah, and I do think he is the guy for this team. I do think
he changed his ways, John Coyle. You know, yell at guys that just don't have a talent to
well, it might work because we're young, right?
But if they don't have the talent,
well,
they can be all the young.
We do have high picks, so they do have talent. They just have never. They never have lived up to that talent.
Like
maybe Tortorella could get them to play to their level.
So maybe number 9. Oh my God, it's losing my
mind.
Provy, Konechny,
Sanheim.
These guys, you think he's going to light a fire in their rear?
I do.
Proverbial butts.
I do. I mean it. But you're right. It's either going to go one way or the other. We're not going to have a middle of the run year. We're either going to be really good or we're going to be really bad.
He said that he is, he's learned.
Right.
Listen, when you take a job and then you have a modicum of success and then you get fired, then you go to another team, then you win the Stanley Cup, and then every team subsequently after that.
You're there for 2 years and you're out and you're welcome.
You think you'd pick up something along the way,
right?
And to change your style of coaching or at least adapt to the league of the player.
Well, it's more of a personality thing, I think, for him. That's just the way he is.
That's right. So I don't think he's going to change.
I don't think he's going to change. No.
You think that's okay?
I think nothing else has worked. Why not give it a try? Right? I mean, we got nothing to lose. We're not expecting to win a Stanley Cup. So
I had Craig Berube,
right,
the head coach of the St. Louis Blues, spent 2 hours with me.
Yep.
And on my show on 97.3 ESPN, and we had a good talk. Chief's a great guy, but Chief's not a technical coach. Chief is an inspirational motivator of men. He said the one aspect about coaching in the NHL now, and I guess would be throughout every sport, is the players got to buy into you. They got to like you.
Right.
They got to believe in you. They got to run through a wall for you. And that technical stuff can only take you so far.
Correct. Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
But you also can't piss these people. You can't, I don't know.
Well,
I don't say make enemies, but
I think it's more you have to do what you're saying and what you're trying to preach to the team and to the players. You have to be 100% behind it yourself.
Way, not to change the subject, but looks like Aaron Nola, when he came off the mound,
he
did something. He looked like he hyperextended his leg.
Yeah.
That does not look good.
No, it does not.
That does not look good. Jesus. Ah, man.
Cannot get lucky, can we?
He looks like he's still in
He's
there.
in.
But we'll see if he lost velocity. Now that's a nice pitch. By the way, let's talk about if we have anybody that wants to talk sports with us on the show, they're more than welcome to put the headsets on and talk with us. We're up at AllCampus on the boardwalk at Ocean City. It's the Rant Booth on A2D Radio. John, like the umpiring this year
Oh,
has been
wow.
god awful.
Yeah, and we
Well,
we just had the commissioner give us the announcement last week that 2024 looks like we're going to go to computer umpires.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was not in favor of that by any stretch of the imagination.
Either was
I
I.
like that. But
Either
guess
was
what?
I.
These guys are so bad this year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just exclusive to the Phillies. The whole league. Matter of fact, I guess it was one of the Toronto Blue Jays.
Right.
He got the batting coach got kicked out the next game.
Right before the game started. Yeah, we handed in the lineup.
Look, you know that overhead camera that comes down off the you can look at the play from above,
Center field or whatever. Yeah.
One pitch had to be like 9 inches outside. Obvious to everybody.
Yeah.
How do you get that wrong? A professional umpire.
Listen, I'm okay with some of them being wrong. You can't be 100%, right? But it has been real
A double play for the Phils.
Real egregious this year.
Listen, I'm a traditionalist in every stretch
So
of the way. I like the human element in baseball. I think that, umpires argue with the managers, but they got to be close. They can't be so wrong that, you know what I mean? Then the umpires lose credibility.
Well, there's so much more involved with it now. We're in an age of technology and where we have the ability now to really get everything correct and to make everything above board and fair for every single game and player. I think we should use it, but I am against it.
How about Ranger Suarez pitching a great game and a ball sitting down the third base line? It was fouled by like a foot. And that destroyed Ranger Suarez, who's pitching not a perfect game, but damn near close to it.
That was a bad call. That was a bad call. And there's no replay for that. There's no, that is what it is. I do think we can go to the home plate and fix the balls and strikes. But plays like that, are we really going to stop the game and fix all them?
Well, how come they didn't replay that? Well, I guess you can't.
You can't.
Yeah. I don't know, John. The world's changing and sports are changing right along with it.
Right.
And, we're just going to have to roll with the punches.
But how long? I mean, baseball is already known for being boring and the long games. And how much longer does this make the game and much more boring for the average fan?
Well, for me, once again, being a traditionalist, and I love baseball, the 4-hour game bothers me. The 3-hour and 25-minute I can live with.
Right.
But they're starting these games earlier now this year. 6
o'clock. They are starting 5. Right. 6:40. Yeah.
Especially during the school year,
you
can't bring kids to a game at a 7 o'clock first pitch because a 4-hour game.
Especially us who live an hour away. I'm not home till 12:30 at night.
And then you got to get up and work.
Right. The kids got to go to school.
So here's the starting lineup for the Phillies. Schwaber is leaving off. Kyle Schwarber, Reese Hoskins, Castellanos, Derek Hall in the DH spot, number 4.
That's the most interesting thing to me is when Bryce comes back and Gene comes back, what do you do with Stott? What do you do with Mickey Moniak, and what do you do with Hall?
Well, I would say Moniak's down.
Who's playing center? Verling every day? Is he an everyday guy?
Well, offensively, he's better than Moniak right now.
Yeah.
See, so if you send Moniak down, who are your outfielders?
Adubel.
See, Adubel Herrera he has 2,000. I looked it up.
Right.
Because I did it for my prep for my other show. 2,800 at bats.
Okay.
He's got a pretty good batting average.
No, he's not bad. Yeah.
He is like
lackadaisical.
He hurts you more than he helps you, even though he has good numbers.
The exact word that I always, when I think of Adubel Herrera, is lackadaisical. He just is lazy. He looks like he doesn't care.
Base hit for Kyle Schwarber right off the bat. Base hit.
There we go. Good start.
So the outfield obviously is a concern because of let's face
Well,
it.
it's not a concern if Bryce Harper could play the outfield, but it's a concern because he's locking up that DH spot.
Right. So would you keep Hall up here?
How do you send them down?
I think it's a home run tonight.
I mean, how do you send the kid down?
That's a good problem to have, though, John.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a good problem to have. Absolutely. If he comes up tonight, now he's batting fourth. He's in the fourth slot, DH tonight. He comes up and hits a home run tonight. They're gonna have a problem.
Well, I mean, yeah, we're all talking, 6 to 8 weeks still away, but at that time, if he has 15, 18 home runs, how do you send him down? You have to find a spot for this kid.
Remember, Reese Hoskins came up like gangbusters.
Correct. Correct. Oh, I'm not saying he's the next Babe Ruth, but I'm just saying in this year, especially as us being a playoff team, I just don't. I don't know where you.
Hey, what an appropriate.
Get rid of him.
What a good time to face the Nationals, huh? You just took 2 out of 3 from the Cardinals, and you're playing good baseball, and you get a little. I don't want to say a respite. You never take
you get an easy one, especially at home.
And you get a home.
Yeah.
You get the Nationals at home.
Yeah.
So I think if the Phillies can sweep this series, and I'm not getting ahead of myself or jinxing them, but it's possible that they could sweep this series and really be in a good spot.
Right, and the one game that we were a little bit worried about was last night because we had the kid Sanchez throwing. Right. Threw a gem.
Yeah.
Threw a gem. Batters, the hitting lineup came out and did everything. Now you got Nola. You got to feel good about that.
Yeah.
And then you got Wheels, right?
Yeah, we're broadcasting live up here on the boardwalk as we do each and every Wednesday night for the rest of the summer. It's the Rant Booth at AllCampus on the boardwalk in Ocean City. Come on up. Put the headsets on with us. Talk a little sports. We're broadcasting live every Wednesday here on the boardwalk in Ocean City. Of course, John, AllCampus. You guys have a menagerie of hats. I mean, you guys. Yeah. There's some hats I don't even know. I don't even know the schools.
Yeah, so it has been a long years process of, like you said in the beginning of the show, of growing this inventory and growing the selection that we have. But I think we're there now, Billy. I think we got every team, John, every college.
I noticed you have Phillies and the Yankees at the front of the store.
No doubt.
Are they your two best
They're my
sellers?
2 top sellers, yep.
People still like the Yankees hats, right?
Everyone loves the Yankees, so yep.
Isn't that something?
Especially here in a tourist, area that we're at. Everyone who comes, it's always here.
So we're up on the boardwalk here at AllCampus in Ocean City, New Jersey, talking sports. There's a little girl that wants to talk sports right there. I think that's Elijah Gray Schwein. Come here, AG. Come here. Come here. I want you to say hello to everybody. Here's my Phillies. Do you like? Who's your favorite baseball team?
Reese Haas.
No, your favorite team.
I like him.
Phillies.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite player?
Bryce Harper.
There it is. We do like Reese too.
She likes Reese Hoskins.
There you go.
Go have fun. They're going to go on the rides. Of
nice.
course, Playland's right here.
Yep.
And they're going to have a great time on the boardwalk. Hey, we see everybody walking by smiling. Come on and talk to sports with us in the Rant Booth at AllCampus on the boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey. Now, this is our first night.
Yes.
So, we got to send up the flares.
Right. We got to let everyone know that we're back.
We're back, and we're going to have a lot of fun this year.
Yes.
Because you know what? I'm feeling the slow burn of something going here. I'm feeling good.
I'm feeling real good. I feel good about
I'm starting to feel good
where
about
this team is.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm not going to get too excited. I know we're playing the Nationals, but you got to beat the teams in front of you.
Right.
You got to beat the teams you're playing.
The only thing that keeps me grounded is that we have that big bad bear out west in the Dodgers.
Well, look, just get what the old adage is. Just get to the playoffs.
100%.
Anything can happen.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean,
look at
Walker Bueller's down for them now.
Right?
You never know what can happen. Come playoff time, who goes up, who comes down.
Let me ask you this question, John Coyle.
Yeah.
What offensive lineup, if you were a pitcher, would you fear the most?
Sure.
The Mets, Braves, Milwaukee,
right?
Dodgers, Giants.
Dodgers.
Yeah, I think so too.
Dodgers. I mean, it's the Dodgers, top to bottom, in hitting, pitching, bullpen, coaching,
Yeah,
the ownership, like payroll.
by the way,
they're there.
our guy Tommy Arnone just checked in.
What's up, Tommy?
Hey, Tommy, hey Tom, we got a great night here on the boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey, at AllCampus for the Rant Booth. What a great concept, John Corey.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really fun. Like you said, it's our first week, so we need to get everyone knowing that we're back here. But once we do, we get the kids coming up here. You start getting a little bit of the energy for the sports and the love and the passion.
We're going to get it in. Here comes some young guys that might want to talk sports with me in the Rant Booth here on A2D Radio. You want to talk sports with us? Come on up here, get the headsets on, and we'll get your opinion on a myriad hostess.
Whatever you want to talk about. Yep.
But the passion, you know, when you're winning, when you're winning, and you hear the Phillies games, you go to the beach, and you can hear people listening on the radio, or people reacting. Like I was sitting at the beach a couple of weeks ago, and something good happened,
right?
And I saw a guy had his earbuds in.
Oh yeah,
he made he had a reaction of of something positive happened. That's fun,
right?
That's what I mean. That's what it's all about.
So we took my my oldest son Calvin. He has a little girlfriend now, and she lives out in Idaho. And they just came back out here. They're staying out here now, and she went to her first baseball game.
Okay,
I took her to her first baseball game for her birthday, and the one thing that she said was, I've never been a part of something where there's 40,000 people
screaming,
cheering for the same thing and in love with the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's where I love going to the stadium. I love being around the crowds. I love doing this because everyone has the same emotions and we're all rooting and cheering for the same outcome.
We're here at the Rant Booth at AllCampus every Wednesday night, broadcasting live on A2D Radio. Come on up, talk sports with us on the boardwalk in Ocean City. Talk about the Phillies, Flyers, Sixers, and Eagles. You name it, we'll talk about it with you. Want to remind people that the insurance doctor, I want to let you know about the insurance doctor. If you have any type of property damage, any whatever it is, it could be a tree falling on your house, your pipes burst, your dishwasher, your washer dryer leak or something. You don't call your insurance company first. Call the insurance doctor. You wouldn't go to court without your lawyer, and you don't certainly want to go to call a claim without the insurance doctor. They're there to help you. They represent you. They'll get you the maximum claim on your settlement. 856-874-8377. That's 856-874-8377. That's the insurance doctor. Now, the Philadelphia Eagles, we'll touch on them last because always save the best for last, right?
Always.
Because this is a football town. Is that correct? This is a football town here, right?
Always.
All right. The Eagles, up-and-coming season, the schedule's been out.
Yep.
And they're saying it's like one of the easiest schedules.
One of the easiest schedules. We have made drastic improvements on this team, especially in the weapons positions. I'm thinking it's going to be AJ Brown. Yeah.
You got Avante Smith.
Right.
You got a tight end, Dallas Goedert.
Right.
Miles Sanders.
Yeah.
You have a stud that they just drafted to the offensive line.
Correct.
I mean, all their draft picks are going to be able to, I think, with the exception maybe.
You got the linebacker, Dean, that everyone thought was going to be the number, top linebacker pick.
By the way, they lucked out on that one.
They lucked out on that one 100%.
Because of the rumor that he's injured.
Right.
All right. Not so.
No, it doesn't seem that way.
Not so.
Yeah.
So, but they also picked up the linebacker from the free agent from the Chargers. And
yeah.
I looked at some of his film, John, some of his tape. The guy could fill holes. Man.
White, right?
He could cover too.
Yeah.
He could cover.
Yeah, he does it all. I'm excited to watch these guys play now. Like, we've never had linebackers that can go sideline to sidelines like these guys can, that can get downfield and cover that cover two gap down the middle. I'm excited to watch them.
And, of course, Jordan Hall. I stood next to him. I stood next to Jordan Hall. I went to the Maxwell Award dinner in Atlantic City. And, John, I stood next to this guy.
Jordan Hall?
No. Gordon Davis.
I'm sorry.
Jordan Davis.
Sorry. Jordan Davis. Okay.
My man's huge.
Yes, he is.
He's smaller than Mailata.
Right.
But not by much.
I always looked at when they're doing the drills and you're watching them, that he's always next to Fletcher.
Yes.
Fletcher's kind of mentor him. He dwarfs him. It's absolutely amazing because Fletcher Cox is a big human being.
He is. There's some people. There's always naysayers.
Always.
Right? Naysayers. He can only play 2 downs, and he gets tired. His weight's going to be a problem. This,
right.
that, and the other thing. Let's wait and see.
Yeah, and I must say we were out in Vegas, doing the draft with A2T, and I was one of those naysayers, not to Davis per se, but I wanted Hamilton, and I was dead set on getting Hamilton in this draft. He was the only guy I was targeting, Kyle Hamilton from Notre Dame, the safety. I do think we're going to regret not picking him when it's all said and done, but I do also think Davis is going to be a heck of a player.
They also got Bradbury, and they also got to pick up a safety.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they did get guys that are
Tart is going to be a great safety for us, I think, yeah.
How do you say his name?
I know Tart.
All right? No Tart. But I think the Eagles have really done well in the draft and the free agency this year, to the point where not being a Howie Roseman guy,
it is. I was just about to say.
Completely flipped and said, this guy's unbelievable. He's done an outstanding job.
Right. And to my previous co-host on the Rant Booth here, Rob Brinkman, he always said it. He said, we are a contender every single year. How are we hating on Howie? He always has us in the playoffs.
Well, wait a minute.
And he does.
Let's not get too excited, too ahead of ourselves, because they still have to perform on the field. You could have, on paper, the greatest.
I hear you,
but until they got to perform.
But now, what year have we not contended? Like I mean, we're always there.
Last year, the year before, we didn't contend.
We were. What are you talking about? We made the playoffs. We made the playoffs.
Wax 31-0.
I get it. I hear you, but we were in the playoffs. There's only so many teams that make it.
I hear you. But would you say we were?
You just said it. You just said it there. You never know what can happen. Yeah, I get there.
But, look, there's a difference between getting into the playoffs. Anything can happen. That's a philosophy, or that's a truism.
Right.
But saying that we're a contender is another.
I hear you. Well, are we a contender this year in your mind?
I'd like to think so.
I like to think so.
I think we are, but I mean, I'm not going to get too excited until we see them play.
Yeah,
I expect us to do a lot better.
Right. There's one question mark, right? And everyone knows it. It's the one question mark on this team. Is Jalen Hurts going to be the guy? If he's the guy,
I think
there's every piece around him to really make this work.
I think the Eagles have done enough to contend,
right?
For the East,
right?
The East
100%. We're a contender for the East.
I don't think. Because if you look at the Washington football team, I don't think they did anything.
They're not. Well,
what did they do?
I mean, they had a good draft. They had a great draft.
No, they didn't. They had one pick in the first round.
They had a good draft, and they had a good free agency. I think they're going to be a good team. I think they're going to be a lot better than people think. The Giants are the team I'm a little bit more afraid of.
We don't have any notes. Look at us now. You can't even really name somebody that like.
True.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
Just off the top of our heads, you're like, if they made a blockbuster thing, it'd be like, wow. You know what I mean?
Well, they got Carson. I mean, that's an upgrade. It's an upgrade.
We'll see.
Yeah.
By the way, didn't you and I have a disagreement about that last year? Carson Wentz?
I'm sure we did.
You're a big Carson Wentz guy.
I'm a Carson Wentz guy. Yeah.
He got traded.
Yeah.
It's 2 teams now.
I get it. I hear you. I don't think he's getting traded for his talent, though. I think he is a kind of a problem in the locker room type of guy.
There's something wrong.
There's something wrong. You're right there.
I mean, people get moved. I mean, he didn't actually. Well, he didn't. I don't think he underperformed. I don't think he performed up to the level that they thought they were.
Well, the last couple of years for him, he's underperformed in big moments. The big moment has taken over him,
and because he's not, I guess, a locker room guy or not a teammate.
Right.
That just maybe expedites the fact that he's.
It compounds everything. Yeah.
Miles Sanders.
Oh,
Made a comment this week.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, John. My guy Brad Quast, who's been around.
Right.
You know what he said? You know what he told me on my show?
What's that?
Players don't care. It's just it's us. It's the media. We're the ones that react to his. Oh, this is an all-star team, or this is a dream team.
Well,
no, players don't care.
I think that's
not bulletin board material in June and July. There's no such thing.
Oh, no, I think you're wrong there. I think you're wrong there.
These players don't care about that, John. They don't
no,
care.
I guarantee you, Dallas has that up and is ready
They're
for that.
They're not even aware of it.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
I'm telling you, they don't care. It's not a big deal. We make it a big deal because it's something for us to talk about. We have nothing to talk about.
You're right. You're right in that.
In Philadelphia, it's a big deal. You think Dallas players in the summer know what Miles Sanders says?
But haven't we been through this with the Dream Team with Vince Young's statement?
That was in August. Right. That was like
okay.
That was like right while they were in training camp.
I still think that's still bullet board material. Yes.
I'm convinced that. Craig Berube even said it to me. It's not a big deal. And if I get two former professional athletes telling me that, I'm going to take their word for it.
All right.
They don't care. It's not.
It goes in my bank. I'll tell you that. If I'm a player,
you're not a player.
If I was a player, that goes in my bank.
If you're on the New York Giants,
yeah,
you're on a Washington football team,
yeah,
and in June somebody on the Eagles says something like Miles Sanders says, you're on vacation, you're working out. You might remember, but you're not going to remember 2 days later.
Oh,
maybe
no.
The first day.
I hold grudges, Billy.
No, and you know what else? You know what else, too? If you say, you know when it becomes bulletin board material? If you're in the playoffs and somebody says a direct negative thing about you.
Right.
Not about how good they are, because every team's supposed to believe that they're an all-star team.
Yeah, but no other team has said it. We're the only team that said it.
You know of.
We're the only team that said it.
That you know of.
No, I'm sure that got around. That was on the ESPN. That was on. Yes, that got around.
They don't care, man.
Yes, it does.
Two things worry me about this team: the QB, and the pass rush. I think
pass rush. I think we got real better.
Brandon Graham, is he going to be effective? He's coming back at 32.
I think he's going to be more effective on the inside in pass rushing.
He's an end.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to play that much end. I think he's going to be more now of an inside third and long type of guy.
By the way, Frank Vespi, he agrees with the poll. Bryce Harper and Gene Segura will only improve the lineup when they return. I mean, that's pretty easy.
It is pretty easy, and I was talking the poll question more on the lines of what is going to be the negative effect of them coming back to the young guys that are doing good right now. That's what I'm afraid of.
The effect is they're going to get less playing time. That's the effect.
Are we worried about them losing confidence then? Are you worried about them?
I'm trying to think. What do they call it? They call them preschool?
I can't remember the name.
See, that we don't have our notes.
Right.
A2D radio, no notes. We're doing it right off the top of our head. If you can remember what the
nickname,
the nickname of the Phillies youngsters are called. I think it's the preschool, pre-K, or
I can't remember.
Pretty funny. We should take a shot at Gallo for cheap. I guess that's
Joey Gallo.
Joey Gallo from this area. Is he from this area? I think he is.
No, I don't care if he's from this area or not. I want nothing to do with Joey Gallo. What are we talking about?
Well, we were talking about the Phillies, so I can only assume he was talking about the pitching, get an extra pitcher in there.
Joey Gallo, the outfielder for the Yankees?
Oh, is that who he's talking about? I'm thinking about
Gallen.
Yeah.
Zach Gallen?
No. Hey, I went to high school with his mother.
Right. I remember we were out there talking. Yeah.
And he wouldn't come on my show.
Yeah, he came on. He did an interview on here.
After he got blown out, I said, good, he deserved it. The Phillies scored 5 runs in the first inning.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you don't come on my show. Yeah, he was talking about Joey, all right, from the Yanks.
Yeah, I want nothing to do with that kid. He strikes out 190 times a year.
Yeah. They don't need any more strikeouts on this team.
No.
We we need just to play a little bit more consistent and limit the mistakes in the field, the errors, and this team should be fine. Their
Here
starting
it
pitch
is.
is pretty good.
This is the move I'm making. If I'm Dave Dombrowski, it's literally I'm trading Mickey Moniak, and I'm getting him back a guy that we had who was very, very underwhelming for us, Dave Robertson from the Cubs.
Yeah, when I saw his name, I'm like, oh,
give me him back.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's having a great year.
Maybe
Great year for the Cubs. He was hurt for us.
Hurt, and we talked about Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
he hurt last year. Is he that bad or is he that hurt?
Right. I'm okay with. I mean, he's a closer out there for Chicago right now. Bring him in. I think Mickey Moniak gets that done, solidifies the bullpen, gives us another big arm. I'm okay with that. I think that's one of the moves we need to make. Love our starting pitching. Don't think we need to do anything. Sanchez looked great yesterday. I'm not relying on him, but just for a spot start every now and then, he looked good.
Yeah.
Right? Our lineup is top to bottom really good. We got guys that we don't know where we're going to place now. Just get a bullpen arm.
But I'll tell you what, it is a good problem to have when you have Dark Hall, Stott, and then Bryce Harper and Gene Segura coming back. I think it's good.
It is a good problem to have, but yet it is a problem that needs to be solved. And you want to get tested as a manager? Well, that's going to be a test for the manager.
By the way, the Phillies are 0-0 in the bottom of the second. 2 outs, 3-2 count. And, of course, Didi is up. And here's the 3-2 pitch. Popped him up. That's behind third base.
That's as far as he can hit it now.
He's got no power. So, you know what? How about this? You always have to have a good influx of younger players and veterans.
Yeah.
And Didi's been hurt, and I'm sorry for that.
Yeah.
And I know I preach patience, which is I want to be consistent. I can't have patience for one person, not for the other. But my patience is running more thin with Didi than it is with Mickey Moniak or Bryson Stott.
Yeah, I think that's the easiest move.
Because those guys are on their way up.
Right.
When Didi's like playing in and possibly on his way
down. He is.
And he's been often hurt the last 2 years. So what are you going to do? Stay with a guy that can't stay healthy?
No, that's the easy move for us. Gene comes back. He takes over second. Bryson Stott moves to shortstop. Didi just goes to the bench.
We'll keep him on the bench.
Right, and it's a great left-handed bat off the bench.
You can see that he doesn't have the he can't stay healthy.
Right. I'm okay. I think that's the easy solution. The outfield and the DH. That's the tricky area that we're going to have in 8 weeks if that's how long it takes, Bryce to come back.
And once again, I told you we spoke with Dr. Nathan Bodine. He's an orthopedic hand surgeon from Virtua. And Bodine did describe the injury to a T, and it was very informative.
Right.
If you haven't had a chance, check out my podcast, The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, on all podcast locations. I just upload the replay of my show just in case anybody misses it.
Yep.
And you can hear on Sunday's show, Dr. Nathan Bodine called in at 11 o'clock a.m., so you just go to half the show and you can go right to it. But he explained in detail the 3 possible breaks you can have in a thumb, what it entails, and what basically
the recovery time.
Yeah. And he pretty much talked about Bryce's injury without talking about Bryce's injury
specifically. Right.
He's not allowed to.
Right.
By the way, the doctor that operated on him, it's called a flip agreement. So if the surgery doesn't go well, like they how they didn't tell you who was operating on him, what was wrong with his thumb?
Right.
It was designed by the doctor and the team not to say anything in case the surgery doesn't go well.
Yeah, something goes wrong.
The doctor knows that could hurt his career.
Oh, yeah.
No matter if it was his fault or not.
Right. If you botch a star like Bryce,
or if the star
I ain't going there.
Whatever the surgery was
doesn't take or whatever.
That's not the doctor's fault.
Right.
So you can't say anything until it's completed and done. And the flip thing is, if it is a success, then the doctor gets all the praise.
He gets all the praise.
Yeah, that helps us practice out.
Right.
So Dr. Nathan Bodine shed some light on that for us. And that's all in the interview if you want to check it out. The Locker with Billy Schweim every Saturday and Sunday on 97.3 ESPN. Now, John, we've been friends for some time. And I know that you go to a lot of sporting events.
I go to a lot of games.
And your
games.
kids love it, number one.
Oh, yeah.
You love it.
Oh, yeah.
It's expensive. It's more expensive now than ever to go
It
to
is.
these games.
It is.
Philly's probably the best value for your money. Right?
They are, yeah.
I picked up my nephew at the airport on last Thursday, and spontaneously said, "Let's go to the Phillies game." Got in for $20.
Yeah, I mean, we just re-upped on our Flyers season tickets, and that's, I mean, that's just,
you're talking a lot of money.
Yeah, $12K for 4 tickets. I mean, it's just, yeah.
You spent that for 4 Flyers tickets? Where you sitting?
On
the bench?
second row,
Oh,
second
good
level. Second row, second level. I mean, it is what it is.
Wow.
That's what they're going for. So, yeah, it is an expensive hobby to have, but it is something that me and my kids all come together for, and that's something that I'll pay every dollar for.
I'm surprised that there weren't better seats available to you, because a lot of Flyers fans,
have backed out.
I have never seen in my lifetime a Wells Fargo Center so empty at a Flyers game. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I couldn't give my tickets away last year, Bill.
No.
I couldn't give them away last year.
It's a shame.
It was a shame.
Okay. Schwaber's guy. I was like, I think it was Soto that just really hit a shot to left field.
Is he playing?
I think he is.
Is he?
Wasn't that him or no?
I didn't say. He's been injured, so I don't know if he's back today.
No, Odubel's in the lineup today. He's frustrating. Odubel Herrera, as good as his numbers look, his stats are, it's just not. It just doesn't translate into good baseball.
Is it his style, or is it the way that he approaches the game for you? To me, it's the way he approaches the game.
Doesn't seem serious.
He doesn't seem serious. Yeah. He takes it for granted. It looks like
somebody in the organization think he's
believes in him. Yeah.
Is it Dombrowski? Is it? And by the way, let's also address this issue, because I don't know about you, but how much influence, how many wins does having a good manager translate into baseball? I mean, Joe Girardi, they said, he'll get you 10 more wins as a manager. In fact, he went the other way.
He has 10 more losses.
He made some bonehead decisions. But that being said, how much is a baseball manager, especially in the National League now, where they get the DH?
Nice.
You're taking a lot of the strategy out of the game.
Yeah, well, a lot of the strategies out of the game because of the DH rule. I hear you there, but it's what you were talking about. What Berube said in the interview is the manager is more important now to get the players to play at their highest level, to believe in what they're trying to accomplish. That's what the coaches does now. The X's and O's don't matter. They don't matter. Players literally go after an at bat. They go right to the bench. They have their little tablets. They watch every pitch. They understand every pitch. Coaching is not going to fix that.
Right.
Players can understand that and do that themselves right now. So coaching, it doesn't really affect hitting coaches. I think are obsolete. Pitching coaches, I think, are obsolete anymore.
Well, I think no. I disagree with that. I think pitching coaches are, because pitchers are so finicky. They're so fragile.
But they can do it themselves. They have all the technology. You don't think so?
No, because I think the coach needs to also be like a psychologist. Also has to point out what you're doing wrong. I mean, look at Kyle Gibson for instance.
Right.
He was pitching lights out, and all of a sudden his last two outings, he doesn't even look like he can throw a curveball.
Yeah, and Nola's another one, right? Nola changed his whole entire rotation this year.
So I think the pitching coach is good, especially a good pitching coach that can evaluate and see where the problem is. And they watch a lot of film,
It's all film. It's all film.
I think
that's what
the
it
pitching
is.
coach is valuable. Any coach, I think the bench coach might not be valuable. Right?
No, that's what I mean.
A
bullpen coach.
Yeah, what was a bullpen coach though?
I don't know.
Now here's Odubel. He's hitting .242. All right,
I'm okay with that.
And 2000, he's 0 for 17 against the Nationals.
That's a weird stat.
What is that?
Because he only plays against right-handers. Should be a lot better than that.
Hey, we're broadcasting live, and I'm so excited about this. We're broadcasting live at AllCampus on the boardwalk in Ocean City. Tonight's our first night. We're going to be doing it for the rest of the summer. Come on up, talk sports with us. I know people are walking by. It's a beautiful night here. It's our first night, so not too used to it.
No, people are walking by trying to figure out what we're doing.
And you know what? Same like last year, I think people get a little intimidated.
Yes, they do.
But we want to make it so that there's no intimidation. We don't. Just about as much of sports as we do.
Yeah.
That's one thing about my show on ESPN. I don't like it. I don't act like a know-it-all. Like I'm right about everything.
Right.
I look. We're by the water cooler. We're talking sports.
Yeah.
You have your opinion. I have mine. Doesn't mean you're stupid. Doesn't mean you have no idea what you're talking about.
Right.
Which sometimes you don't.
No, and
sometimes I don't.
We have a mutual friend, Dave Sharapan, who's one of his favorite sayings is "Nobody knows squadouche," right? And that's a true statement. I mean, no one really knows how major league athletes train, react, how much time they put into it. You never know which way it's going to go for them. And they're the only ones.
That's why when I go back and refer back to comments and things said by like a Craig Berube or a Brad Quast or people that I know, even when I talk to Ron Jaworski or whatever, and they say, no, this is how it is. You gotta take their word for it.
Yeah.
Because they've
been
through it. They've lived it. They know it.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you get to that level, even if you didn't play like 5 years in the bigs, to get to that level,
you had to put some sacrifice in. Yeah.
And you know what you're doing.
Right.
I mean, those guys, for every guy that you see that's made it to the NFL,
there's 100 that didn't.
There's 100 behind them that, like the coach didn't like them. There's politics, there's injury, drugs and alcohol, girls, you name it, family situation.
Just bad luck.
Yeah, bad luck in general.
Yeah.
I want to remind people that the insurance doctor is who you want to call if you have an insurance claim, if your pipes break, you got a tree fall in your house, any type of damage that requires you to call your insurance company and get a settlement. You don't call the insurance company first. You call the insurance doctor. All right, give them a call, 856-874-8377. They're a sponsor on my show, and John and I, we're going to get them some make people aware of the insurance doctor. You wouldn't go to court without a lawyer. You wouldn't go to an IRS appointment without your accountant.
Right.
You don't want to go call the insurance company without the insurance doctor. Go online. It's insurancedoctorllc.com, 856-874-8377. I've talked to several people, working in the parking lot.
Yep.
And I had damage done last week or last year, and the insurance company ripped me off.
Oh yeah, always happens.
They're not in business to pay out the full amount.
Nope.
Quite the contrary.
Right.
They're in the business to do the best for them.
Get you the little amount.
Yeah.
Yep.
So call the insurance doctor. All right. The Phillies right now, it's a 0-0, bottom of the third, one out. I believe Odubel here is still up the bat. Is that correct?
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. Let's see.
Struck him out.
Yeah, no,
foul ball.
Hang tight, a foul ball. All right.
I do have one question for you, and it's a topic that we kind of discussed, the Flyers. This whole goalie situation that's happening out in Russia.
Yeah. But he's not a star. He's just a
prospect. I mean, he's a prospect, yes. He's a 6'8", gold medal, prospect for us. And you just had Lou Nolan. Did you guys touch on this at all?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Lou wrote a book. By the way, you received
I got the book. Yep.
If These Walls Could Talk.
Yep.
Lou's been on this show before.
Yes, he has.
Talking about his book that he wrote. By the way, the book's a great book.
Yes, it is.
It's a great beach read.
Yes,
it's not really long. It's got some great stories, and because he's been around. If these walls been talking, these walls have been talking.
50 years.
They've told him a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But you know what? No, we didn't really get into that. I'll tell you this.
It's a weird situation.
The girl from the WNBA.
Brittany Griner. Yeah.
Nothing from nothing. But what are you going to Russia for? If you have,
that's the question.
First of all, I wouldn't go to Russia.
Right.
Because I don't try. I never would. Before this even is, I would never go to Russia.
Right.
No interest. But if you're going to go, you better make gosh darn sure
you're on the up and up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you just overlook something because it's been in your bag for a long time, that's not an excuse.
Especially when you're a public figure.
Unless you're so devoid of information that you have no idea.
Right.
You don't watch the news and you don't pay attention to current events, and you have no idea, then sorry to hear that. And I don't want this to happen to her.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like she's going to get out anytime soon. Carter Hart
That's
saves
just
more
one
than
of the
Lord.
Lord.
Well,
Yeah, I
that's-
wish. I
That was
wish.
taken off from Bernie Perron.
Yeah, I know.
Only the Lord saves more than Bernie Perron.
Yeah.
Just like 2/3 of the ocean, 2/3 of the world is covered by ocean. The other third is covered by Gary Maddox. Hey, we're up here at the boardwalk, on the boardwalk at A2D. Excuse me. Let's try that again.
There you go.
I'm ahead of myself. I'm out of practice.
Yeah, you are. It's the first time.
We're on the boardwalk at AllCampus, on the boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey. A2D Radio. It's the Rant Booth. Come up here. You talk sports with us. Now, we haven't had anybody talking sports yet with us.
Right.
I think a little intimidated. People looking at us.
A little intimidated, and we're a little short-handed today. Right? I only got one employee back here with me today, so it's a little bit harder for her to work the floor and to get people to come on the show.
So guess what? We just got a message from Josh Henning.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, she says Greiner is a political prisoner that Russia is trying to make an example of her.
Yes.
No doubt about
Yep.
it. And I will tell you this. They are.
Yeah.
They're succeeding. But once again, if you're not aware of what's going on in current events, I have no desire to go to Russia.
No.
But if you're going to go to Russia, you better make gosh darn sure that everything is
By the board.
By the book. They're going to look for stuff to get you with.
Right. Yeah, they're gonna.
Absolutely.
And that's
How about Josh Henning checking out? I love it.
appreciate it, Josh.
She said, Maddie says, and I don't know, excuse me, I don't have my glasses, but Reiner committed a felony like an idiot that isn't targeted persecution. I can't read that. They don't get everyone. I don't know. I mean, comment to that. Here's what I do know. You don't take stuff into Russia.
No, you don't go into Russia. That's the number one.
Simple.
Especially nowadays, it's just not a good place to be.
And Josh also says that the goalie is trying to avoid being in the military for Russia.
Correct.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Does he have a say? I mean, it sounds like he doesn't have a say.
Yeah, he's Russian. Look, remember there was a great 30-30 or thing on the
Russian Five.
The Russian Five. That was great.
Yeah.
It showed you what they had to go through just to get
right. And I think Russia government has learned from this because they're sending this kid up to the Arctic.
That's right.
Right. So it's going to be a little bit hard to find a submarine to go up there to bring him back.
They're going to put him in a gulag.
Yeah, I think he's going to, if he gets locked up there, he's there for a while.
Broadcasting live on the boardwalk at AllCampus. It's the Rant Booth on A2D Radio. We do it each and every Wednesday. Come on up, talk sports with us. It's the Rant Booth, which means you get everything, whatever you want to talk about off your chest. Something's bothering you. You want to talk. You want to tell us about your favorite player, whatever.
You want to talk about the game you had this weekend?
Yes,
come on up.
It's the Rant Booth. Let's go. Here we go.
First ranter.
So we're gonna have our first Rant Booth participant in the summer of 2022. John's gonna hook him up with the headphones. We're gonna get him on.
Hello.
Welcome.
How you doing?
What's your name?
My name is Joshua.
Joshua, where are you from?
I'm from Barrington, New Jersey.
Barrington. I'm from Collingswood, New Jersey.
No way.
So we're kind of neighbors.
Go Garnet, so.
Go Panthers.
Yes.
All right. So, Josh, did you say Josh?
Yes, that's it.
Josh, what do you want to talk about today?
I'm here to rant about the Philadelphia Phillies general manager's decision in the offseason to give Jeurys Familia $6 million when Hector Neris signed for $5 million per season.
Josh, you know what? I could agree with you more because I said the same thing. Why would you want Familia, who stunk for the last 2-3 years with the Mets? What makes you think that he's going to all of a sudden change his address and come out of the funk that he's been in and give him more money than you gave Neris, and who's pitching pretty well to Houston?
Oh, he's dominant with Houston. His ERA is down around 1. It's unbelievable.
You know, the baseball world kind of recoils. They kind of, reinvigorate people over. They change the dress. They're going to change their statistics to make them better.
Yeah.
Familia is very frustrating. I will say this, though. The last 2 weeks, the Phillies bullpen's been the best in baseball.
It very much has been, but I think it's been more the younger guys. You look at, Mark Capella's come up. He's given them a boost.
Yeah, that's
what a
Isn't
fantastic
that a great story. That's an awesome
That's
story.
a wonderful story.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What was the nickname that was given to the younger Phillies players?
Oh, the Phillies daycare.
The daycare.
Daycare.
So the motto on our show here is no notes. We
Hmm.
don't like you can go to other radio shows or whatever TV shows. They've got notes and they've got the computers and everything. We don't do that here. It's all just
Off the cuff.
off the cuff,
I love that.
impromptu sports
that.
talk like we're at the water cooler.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that's what makes it good. We might get names wrong and things like that, but by and large, it's about what we feel inside and
Exactly.
being at the water cooler. And I don't think I know more than you. You don't think you know more than me. We treat each other with respect.
Certainly.
And I happen to agree with you this time. If I didn't agree with you, I'd tell you.
I can definitely believe that. I definitely buy that.
No, you're not just a Phillies fan. You like all the sports, right? In our town, in our city. Philly?
I'm going to be completely honest with you, sir. My favorite sports teams are the Carolina teams.
Carolina just got
Baker Mayfield for
Look at
a
that.
5th round pick in 2024. Could be a 4th. Probably will be a 4th because I think he'll get enough playing time.
You're from Barrington, New Jersey. How come you're a Carolina fan?
I want to move down there. Hurricanes,
The Panthers,
and the Hornets.
The Hornets.
We don't talk about the Hornets, but yeah. So
Where did you go to high school? Haddon Heights.
Haddon Heights. I'd like to move down to North Carolina after college.
So
I fell in love there.
I went to college in Banner Oak, North Carolina. I played football down there.
Really?
At Lees McRae College.
Really? That's
which
awesome.
at the time was a junior college, which fed into the bigger schools. Players that their grades weren't high enough.
Yeah.
I would just wanted to play college. I just wanted to play after high school. Not being the biggest guy in the world, that's the only place I could play. But we had guys going to the pros. A matter of fact, 1981, I played there 80-81. In 1980, I think it was 81 or 82, we sent 3 guys on full scholarships to Clemson. We played on that national championship team.
In Death Valley.
Yeah, I was there.
That is awesome.
Have you ever been down to Death Valley?
I'm a Tar Heels fan, so
Okay.
I haven't been, but I have been down to North Carolina, down to Kenan Stadium, and it's.
So you're a Phillies fan, but
Yeah.
other sports you like?
I like.
Carolina.
Yeah, well, hopefully Rob Manfred will do us a solid, get us a team in Charlotte in the next expansion round, and that I'll have to lock onto them. But yeah, my dad. I grew up. My dad taking me to Phillies games on Sunday with a Sunday season ticket plan.
Yeah,
so.
we were talking earlier about the Phillies games being the best value in sports. I mean, I picked up my nephew at the airport last Thursday when they're playing the Cardinals, and we saw long ball Halls hit his first 2 home runs.
Yes, sir.
So that was pretty cool. But
Very cool.
I picked him up. We were on our way down here to Ocean City. I said, "Hey, the Phillies are playing," and spontaneously we decided to go to the game. Paid $20 to get in.
Yeah, right
It
now.
was great.
Right now, they're playing some pretty good baseball. You're starting to see the young guys get in. They seem to love playing for Rob Thompson. So I would definitely recommend if you're in the area. I mean, hell, it's honestly even cheaper than going to a Lakewood Blue Claws game, which is their high A team.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's definitely worth the price of admission.
So, Josh, we're going to be broadcasted every Wednesday here,
Mhm.
live on A2D Radio. It's the Rant Booth. We're here at AllCampus. You got a great selection of hats.
Yes, sir.
I
Just
don't
bought
know
one.
if did you just buy a hat? What did you get?
Yeah, I am a
All
Rowan
right,
Prof.
look at this.
So
Let's show this to the. Oh, that's awesome.
go Profs,
And
guys.
John, one of the things that he does is that he prides himself on getting hats that are like from all over, not like obscure colleges. People come in and say, "Hey, do you have this hat, John? We have a John Coyle. We have Josh just bought the Rowan hat.
Go Profs.
And that's good that you have here. The Profs are right here,
Yes, exactly.
right here in Glassboro.
The
Listen, man, Josh, thank you
you.
so much for coming into the Ramp Booth
Thank
and
you for
talking
having me.
sports with us. We really appreciate it.
I really
Have a
appreciate it.
great
You guys
rest of
rock.
your
You have a good one.
evening and have a great summer. Let's go Phillies.
Yes, sir.
All right. There he is. Somebody knocked me off. I can't hear anything here. Yeah, there you go. That was a great guest, and that's what I'm talking about, John Coyle, as he sits back in with us. That's fun to have people come off spontaneously and talk sports with us.
Yeah, that's
And
the
by the
best
way,
part of this show.
Just bought a hat too.
Yes, he did.
All right, Josh. Thanks a lot, brother. We appreciate
Enjoy
it.
your night, guys.
It's the daycare. He answered the question for us. Phillies, they call daycare.
The daycare.
The daycare.
Okay.
Daycare
For the young guys.
The daycare. Not enough good MLB players to support any expansion. He was talking about he's from Barrington, went to Haddon Heights.
Right.
Was a Garnet, but he likes the Phillies, but he likes all the Carolina teams, the Hurricanes, the basketball team, the Hornets, and
Okay.
of course the Carolina Panthers, who just got Baker Mayfield.
Yes, they did. And he's got to be happy with that.
Now we're staring right at a young gentleman here
Yes.
who's got a Alabama Crimson Tide.
Roll Tide.
Yeah.
Would you like to come on over here and talk to us about the Tide? Come on in.
I went to Alabama
Well, then you should sit. Come on over here.
Well, for the first
Come
time.
on over here, John. Get him in here.
I'm an avid Phillies sports fan
Hop on down.
since
All
1964.
right, come on in here. We're gonna get a Tide fan in here, and you see a lot of Tide stuff. Let's face it, Alabama's been a perennial champion for the last since Saban's been there.
Right.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Ken Murphy. How
Ken,
you doing?
Welcome into the Rant Booth here at on the Boardwalk at AllCampus. On the Boardwalk, we're on A2D Radio. We're on all major platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We're on it all, and so people are seeing. So you went.
Okay.
When did you get out of it? When did you go to Alabama? What years?
Well, I didn't actually go to the school, but I
okay.
went to their game
Okay.
against Arkansas and saw Trayvon Burks play.
Okay.
And I saw, the game, period.
And it just won you over.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. As a matter of fact, I've been to numerous Philadelphia events for all four sports.
Okay.
That was my first time going to Alabama. They put on an amazing show. They almost make it. It's so much entertainment. It's unbelievable.
Well, the passion of the SEC, especially down in the South, is second to none. That's college football heaven right there.
Oh, absolutely.
I've been to Between the Hedges at Georgia. I've been to Clemson. They're in the ACC. I've been to Auburn.
Right.
I've seen an Auburn, Florida game.
Right.
I've been to a lot of colleges down in small as well as large.
Right.
And you're just talking of a mecca of college football in that area, and they do it right.
Well, SEC is the numero uno as far as college football is concerned.
Let me ask you this. Let's turn our attention because we don't have all night. We have about an hour left, half hour left.
Okay.
What you're a Phillies fan?
Oh, I love the Phillies.
So Bryce Harper's out probably for 8 weeks. Looks like he's going to be 8 weeks now. Do you think the Phillies will continue their winning ways under this new manager they have, Robbie Thompson, at 21-9 since he's taken over? Without Bryce Harper, do you expect the Phillies to make a run at the playoffs and get into the playoffs?
Oh, I certainly do.
Okay.
The only thing that's going bad for them right now is they've had 2 recent injuries to their starting staff. A lot of people complain about their pitching, but they're absolutely wrong in that aspect because their starting pitching has one of the lowest ERAs in Major League Baseball.
Fact, their bullpen in the last 2 weeks, they're the best bullpen in the league.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Walks per 9.
Yes.
They're down in that category. Strikeouts, ERA, they're first in it all.
Absolutely.
Which is pretty astounding since they were so bad at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It was a crapshoot, and normally, you get a great. If you have a great bullpen, that is a strong point as far as you succeeding to get to the World Series.
Now, I want to ask you this question because it's been a topic of ours on the show here and with people, family members. Philadelphia fans aren't patient, right?
They are.
Would you say we're impatient, right?
They're impatient, but sometimes they get a bad rap.
Okay. Mickey Moniak's been under a lot of pressure.
Yes.
He was a first-round overall pick in the 2016 draft. He's been a pro for some 7 years now.
Right.
He's only had 80-some at-bats at the bigs. He hasn't produced. Are you willing to give up him in now? Or you want to give him a little bit more time?
Okay. Personally, this is my thought on Mickey Moniak. He was a high school player that was drafted number 1 overall. My theory on drafting high school players number 1 overall is you really don't know if they're going to perform like a Bryce Harper did. Okay,
Schwaber just did it. Sorry to interrupt. Schwaber just did a home run.
There you go. There you go.
His 26th home run of the year.
26.
Kyle Schwaber.
Yes, indeed.
See, this is the beauty of broadcasting during the Phillies game. We get to react like fans, and we are fans.
We get to be Tom McCarthy, right? There you go. There you go.
Awesome. So, yeah, continue your thought.
Are you Murph from Murph's World?
I'm Murph's from Murph World. That's right. I have a podcast. Oh, great to meet you.
Nice. Billy Schwein from 97.3 ESPN.
Nice to
see you.
Oh, all right.
All right.
let's see. Let's hope the Phillies can continue their winning ways because
Right.
there's nothing like having a winning baseball team in the summer in Ocean City.
There,
I'll take you to the beach. You listen to the game.
yes,
Right. It's a lot of fun.
absolutely. And to continue about Moniac, I'm a very big advocate of player development.
Okay.
Okay, I believe that elite athletes need less player development than someone who is been drafted, say, in the second or third round,
Fifth round,
and
sixth round of baseball.
right, and they need to be worked with, and the only way that they can develop their talent is through player development. So that is something that the Phillies definitely need to get a handle on, and so do the rest of the Philadelphia teams.
Yeah, it's
like
true too.
like the Flyers. I mean, come on.
We talked about them. They're really in a bad position. They're devoid of talent. There's nothing there.
No, there's nothing there. You're right.
Listen, sir, we really appreciate it. Thank
No
you for
problem.
coming into the Rant Booth.
No
and
problem.
Getting a little bit off your chest. Talk about sports in the summer. Nothing better.
I love
nothing
it.
Would be better.
I love it. Sports is my life. I love it.
Let's go Tide.
Let's go Tide. You got it. Roll Tide.
All right. So it was great to have these two sports fans talking sports with us here in the Rant Booth on the boardwalk at AllCampus every Wednesday night. And it's fun, John. The Schwaber just hit his 26th home run.
Oh, it was a missile too.
Is
Missile.
that great or what? Now, Reese Hoskins just got a walk. We're in the fourth. Nobody out. Reese Hoskins is on first base, and I believe Castellanos is coming up. But, John,
Yeah.
that was cool. These people, we've got a crowd here now.
Oh, big crowd out here now.
Right?
Big crowd inside. Yeah.
And it's so much fun to talk to different people.
You never know.
You never would know.
You never know their perspective. You never know their opinion, and not only do you respect it and like it, but it's sports. You can debate it,
right.
That's what we do,
That's what
right?
we're here for.
That's what it is. Agree to disagree
By the way,
radio.
I said to him, and I said to the gentleman, I said, look, Philadelphia fans are known to have no patience, being impatient with their play. He seemed to be a little bit more patient with Mickey Moniac.
A little bit more, Mickey. I mean,
I'd say get rid of him.
I do think that he's going to be the guy on the chopping block that's going to get us a bullpen arm this year, and I'm okay with that.
All right. Well, if you're a general manager on another team and you know Mickey Moniac's the history on him, you're gonna give up something for him.
Yeah,
The only way you're going to do that is if you're desperate for an outfielder.
Right. I'm going to give if I'm the Cubs, I'm out of it. Right.
They're going to give you something for Mickey Moniac.
Yeah. Why not? What else is keeping Dave Robertson? What's that going to accomplish for them? Absolutely nothing.
You're right.
Absolutely
But
nothing.
what I'm saying, I guess, is Mickey Moniac going to be enough for Dave Robertson?
Right. I don't know. Right. And maybe he is. I do think he is. But is that more than what any other team is going to offer? That's the question.
I want to remind people that the insurance doctor is a sponsor on my show, but I also wanted to make them known to the people here watching us in the Rant Booth. You don't want to listen. If you have an insurance claim, you have some damage, residential, commercial, hotels. If you're a manager, manager of a hotel. If you're a homeowner and you have property damage, you need the insurance doctor. Don't call. You don't go to a trial without your lawyer. You don't go to court without your lawyer. You don't go to an IRS audit without your accountant. So don't go call the insurance company without the insurance doctor. If you got a claim, give them a call, 856-874-8377. That's the insurance doctor. Now, the Phillies.
Castellanos just struck out.
Dirk calls up.
Yep.
Is he going to hit a home run right here?
I mean, how do you bet against it? He's on fire.
He goes yard right
He's
here.
going fire.
He's going to go yard right here.
Oh, that was the
one.
pitch.
That was the pitch right there. Hey, we're broadcasting live at the AllCampus on the boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey. If you want to talk sports with us, come on up. Put the headphones on. Come on up here, sir. It's called the Rant Booth. You can get it, whatever you want to talk about off your chest.
We got people behind us trying to get in on it. Yep.
We're on A2D Radio. We're here every Wednesday night talking sports, and we've had a couple great people come in already, and we got people behind us. But we're talking
Give me
sports.
bunny ears. What are you doing?
They're giving you the Malloys.
Yeah.
That's funny. But Derek Hall's now got a 0-2 count, and we'll see if he can get the Phillies a lead here.
Get a lead. Yeah. Nolan again pitching a great game.
Yeah.
Again, no run support. It's just what it's been. I know we're only in the fourth, but
Come on, Derek Hall.
this is what it's been.
Come on, Derek Hall. Go yard. Let's see you. Take him deep. Wouldn't that be great?
Who's pitching? John Gray? Yeah, look at
Oh!
wow.
Oh,
Send him to the minors.
God.
He's done.
I mean, that was a beach ball.
Back to the minors.
Why does he not swing at that? Good Lord.
Yeah.
That ball was right down the middle.
You got to go swinging on that one at least.
See, everybody got excited about him.
He's a bust.
I'm not saying he's a bust, but you can't miss that pitch.
No.
In that situation,
A fastball nonetheless. How do you let a fastball go by?
come on. Long ball Hall sits down.
So are you excited about the upcoming sports in Philadelphia, the Sixers, the Eagles?
Yeah.
Or is this going to hold your attention for a long time with the Phillies?
Well, that's all. It's relative. The Phillies keep winning, and they keep look. If they keep it close, if they are tied or one game behind or one a game, if they're relevant
Right.
in August, it's gonna be hard for me because I'm a baseball guy. Man.
I'm a baseball guy.
I love football. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's my first love. But I love baseball, and I'm just programmed to not stop only stop watching the Phillies when all
You know what?
gone.
You know what's gonna get me. September comes around, opening day for the Eagles. We're going up to Detroit. All right.
Yeah.
Do we have baseball?
Well,
Do we have to have that
do you remember,
fight?
Do you remember 2008, right?
Oh yeah.
2007, 2000. How much fun? I mean, we can pay attention to both sports. How much fun was it?
I did a triple header one day. I
Eagles,
did. Yeah.
1 o'clock.
Yep.
Phillies at 4.
Yep.
And Flyers at
Sixers.
Well, the Eagles, the Flyers start first.
Yeah, it was Sixers. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sixers preseason.
Preseason.
Yep.
Okay. Wow, you did that.
I did a triple header.
I couldn't do that.
We left the Phillies a little bit early.
Yeah.
Left the Phillies a little bit early.
It's going to be. I just love September, October baseball, man. There's
So do
something
I.
about it. You hang on every pitch, John.
That's my fear.
Every pitch.
Is a September game, big Eagles game. What are you watching? What are you watching? I can't miss a Phillies game if it's a big game.
Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to my favorite sports bar. And
There you go.
How about that?
There you go. Go over the yesterdays.
Well, let me ask you this question: do you like going? Do you like? First of all, let me preface this by saying I've been a season ticket holder for the Phillies from 1983 until I take that back. From 1985 until 2007, I think it was.
Okay.
No, take that back. 2000. Let's see. When did I get rid of them?
Right before the series?
Yeah, right before they went to the. Yeah, so I gave them up, I think, in 2006.
Okay.
I've been I'm season ticket holder of the Eagles. What I'm trying to establish to you is that I like being in the stadium, I like going to the games.
Love it. There's nothing better than going and being around the crowd.
And when I watch games at home, I'm quite opposite. I like watching it in my house with no distractions.
Really? Nobody over?
No, I want to sit. No, I don't want any distractions.
Huh.
I just want the TV, me and the TV.
I'm not like that. I want people around me. I want the emotion. I want the excitement.
Then there's nothing like being at a bar when your team's winning and you're cheering and everything.
Right.
That's fun.
So speaking from a guy who's lived all over the world and lived in Korea and lived in Italy, and tried to watch games and go into the bar and watching them, that was probably the most fun for me going and knowing that the Flyers were on TV in Italy
Okay, yeah.
and watching it with a bunch of Italian fans.
Okay.
That
And I'm sure
that's
there were
fun.
some people from the area that were there, right?
Correct.
Joe was
Always.
all drawn into
Always.
it. I'm going to go back a little ways for you, John, 'cause I'm a little older than you.
Yep.
Back when we had Prism. Do you remember
Oh,
Prism?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
There was no – Prism was not every house had it.
No.
Okay?
No.
And I think it was
It was it was one of the first paid
it was like
channels.
I want to say it was 1979, 1980 when the Flyers, they won 73, 74.
Right.
They were in it in 70, the third year. They could have won it 3 in a row.
Correct.
They didn't. I think Montreal started their run. But then in 1980, they were, Mel Bridgman's team, the team that won 35, the longest unbeaten streak. Okay.
Yep.
We were, of course, 18. The drinking age was 18. I remember going into local bars, like small little bars, and Prism would be on in the little TV in the corner. And I remember all the guys, everybody. I vividly remember cheering the Flyers during that whole thing, and I never forgot it. Never lost that what that is.
No, 100%. That's what draws us to the stadiums and draws us to the crowds.
Yeah.
It is that love of first watching it with your dad, watch it with your kids. Yeah,
nothing like it. Man.
Nothing like it.
Now Aaron Nola is in, I believe it's the 5th or 6th here. Fifth inning, and he's pitching pretty well, man. I don't know how many pitches he's at. I think it's, let's see, they'll flash up here in a second.
And it looks like he's overcome whatever that injury or
hyperextended. So it looks like Nola's only thrown 43 pitches. Is that right?
No, that can't be right.
Can't be right. Is that right? 44.
Wow. Okay.
How economical is this game?
I mean,
he's in the 5th.
Yeah, that's an 8-inning game here.
Right now, 4.5. Right? If he finishes this inning, it'll be 4.5.
Right.
Wow. He's got an 0-2 count. Here's the windup.
He's been solid. He's been more than solid.
Here's the windup and the 0-2 pitch. It's fouled back out of play. He's got some velocity. He just threw a 94 mile an hour.
He's 94. Cutter. Yeah, he's 94. 93, 94.
So let me, hypothetically, he wins say the next 2 games.
Right.
By the way, the All-Star break's late this year.
Correct.
Why is that?
I have no clue. I mean, maybe a COVID thing. I don't know.
Well, the All-Star game is usually around the second week in July.
Right.
9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, something like that. Now it's the 18th.
Right. I do not know why. I don't think the Olympics don't affect it.
No.
I don't know.
Isn't that something? There's a base
little
hit.
poke.
Little poke. See, and he's always had a problem in the 5th. Noah.
I'm not going to say he's always had a problem.
Yeah.
Listen.
Guys.
To me, and I'm going to take a lot of heat from this. I might take some from you.
You probably will.
He's my ace. He
can't be your ace.
Why can't he
Wheeler's
be an ace?
No,
he's not.
He is. He's 7-4 with a 2.988 ERA.
He's got a 3.13, and it's probably going to be lower after this game.
Oh, I'm sure he's a lot. Actually, he's probably lowered it already.
Right.
Let's see him get out of this inning, John.
Nobody
out, man on first. But he's very economical. 47 pitches up to this point.
And this is why I say he's my ace. Is I've seen it from Nola year after year. I've only seen it from Wheels once. He's only gone 200 innings once in his career. He's only been under a 4 ERA once in his career.
7 years, though, right?
That's a long time in the league.
He was with the Mets, too. He was behind Thor and DeGrom.
I get it.
Swing and a miss on a beautiful. That was
one of the best curveballs in the game.
That was a curveball.
One of the best curveballs in the game.
Wow.
One of the best changeups in the game.
Did you see Brad Hand throw a curveball the other day? He had two St. Louis batters buckle, left-handers buckle.
I didn't see that.
The thing literally went like
right at their head.
Oh my God! It was the ball dropped right off the table, and the curveball was a pretty significant curve to it. I'd like to know the radius of it, like a.
Yeah, I saw.
612.
What game was I watching yesterday? Where they were going over the spin rate and everything for the curveballs.
Now that you mention it, John, all this exit velocity, spin rate,
Yeah.
I don't buy into it.
Why?
Who cares about how fast it went off your bat? The fact is, if you hit a home run, does it matter if it goes out of the park at 100 miles an hour or 80 miles an hour?
You know this better than anyone else. A centimeter means the world.
I'm not talking
in
about.
baseball.
I'm talking about velocity.
I hear you. I get it. But the velocity tells me how much a guy is barreling up a ball, right? That's the famous saying that we know. You get it on the barrel,
Yeah.
right? So if a guy's getting it on the barrel, it goes out 110. If he doesn't, it only goes out 90.
I don't care
right?
the fact that it went out.
I care.
You care how fast the ball goes.
Yes,
out.
yes.
What's it do for you?
It tells me the guy has better hand-eye coordination, and he's putting the bat to the middle of the ball.
That's not what it tells you, John.
It does to
John,
me.
let me ask you a question. If a ball gets hit to the deepest part of center field at 100 miles an hour, does not leave the ballpark,
right?
And then another guy hits a ball that goes out of the ballpark at 90 miles an hour, but it goes out, what's more important to you?
I probably would want the guy who puts it on the screws every time.
But he didn't. But the ball didn't go out, John.
We say it all the time.
You young guys
he puts it. He hits the ball on the screws,
so
right?
You're going to tell me that you'd rather have the guy that hit the ball 100 miles to the deepest part of the field, but it was an out, to the guy that hit it 90 miles an hour, but it just got over the left field fence.
I mean,
dude, come on, man.
Yeah. Because the majority of the time, the 100-mile-an-hour ball is going to be more effective.
I'm talking about the results, the end result.
The one result. I'm talking about the span of a year. The span of the year. I want the guy that hits 100.
Absolutely nothing to me.
You can't tell me there's a difference between when Stanton hits a ball and Judge hits a ball to when Rhys Hoskins hits a ball.
I care about the final product if it goes out of the ballpark.
There's a difference.
What's the difference? You're not articulated better than just saying there's a difference. If the ball goes out, if somebody hits the ball at 87 miles an hour, it's
but you can't look at just the one, right? You got to look at it as a whole. If you look at it as a whole, the guy who hits the ball harder every single time is usually going to have more home runs, a higher batting average, a higher on base percentage, right?
We're asking about home runs, so you don't.
You're asking about that one weird scenario.
Somebody says the exit velocity on that home run was 100 miles an hour.
Right.
Does it really matter? It's a home run.
Yes.
No, it does.
Yes, it does.
Has nothing to do with the game of baseball. It's just another stat, that's a meaningless stat that makes, I guess, people more interested in it. Does nothing for me.
Well, they have it for a reason, and scouts evaluate with that notion.
If a guy,
of that.
Let me try this way with you. If a player has 18 home runs and another player has 12 home runs,
right?
But the player that has 12 home runs, his 12 home runs get out at a faster rate of speed than the guy with 18. Who you like?
Well, give me the batting averages. Come on.
So they both hit equivalent. One guy hits, the guy with 18 home runs hits 260, and the guy that hits 12 home runs hits 265. Same amount of RBIs. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I would love you to find me someone like that.
Well, so you're going to say to me, hey, if I'm a scout or
Got
whatever.
him, JT.
Nice throw.
Strike him out, throw him out, baby.
Oh, how about that? A double play, right?
That's
it.
Yeah,
how about that? You're going to tell me if you're I guess a scout or somebody that evaluates talent, and you see a guy that hits the ball out of the park and doesn't hit it with the velocity of someone else, the guy that doesn't have the velocity, exit velocity as high as the guy that does, has more home runs on a consistent basis.
I bet you he would be a higher prospect. I bet you the guy who hits hard, was he?
Yeah, he was safe. But it was a bang bang play.
Yeah, I bet you the guy who hits with a higher velocity is probably a better prospect in the line.
Yeah, but we're talking about a body of work. You're saying like two guys. You're looking at somebody for trade value. Both been in the league 7 years, 6 years. One guy, he has more. The guy that has 18 home runs, when he hits him, his exit velocity isn't as high as the guy that. Another guy you're looking at, same position, maybe
Yeah, I would
12
take
home runs.
I would take the production.
Right,
I would
you
take
take it.
I would take the production in that case. I just don't think there is a guy that fits that bill in the major leagues. I don't think there's a guy who has more home runs,
But-
same batting average, same at bats, same RBIs, and hits the ball with less MLBs or MPHs.
I think this exit velocity is a useless stat. It's a useless stat.
It could be a useless stat, but it's
Like in
well,
Texas
everyone
League,
is
you've
using.
heard of a Texas League base hit, right?
Oh yeah,
So
little CNI single.
like Pete Rose lived off them for a little while, right?
Yeah,
Rod Carew.
and here you
You
go.
have exit velocity on those bits, on some of those hits.
Does Pete Rose get the big contract, or does Aaron Judge get the big contract?
Yeah, but Aaron Judge is a power hitter. He's hitting.
I'm just
He got
saying.
30 home runs now. Aaron
Oh,
Judge?
he's going to shatter whatever records there are.
And what about the baseball being deadened this year? And look at Aaron Judge. You tell him about it.
Well, I don't know if it's being deadened or if they're mucking it up like a different way now. Every stadium's supposed to be uniformed now, right?
They called him out.
They did.
Yeah, how about that? He was safe.
I'll take it. Umpires don't like to tell themselves that they were wrong.
I'll take it too. Well, I'll tell you what, man. What a successful night up here at AllCampus for our first live broadcast. We're at AllCampus. We will be here every single Wednesday throughout the summer on A2D Radio. It's the Rant Booth.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday night at AllCampus. And John Coyle, great concept. We had a lot of fun with it last year. I think we're off to a good start this year.
We had two.
Without even really advertising.
Right.
We had two people.
We just decided to do this yesterday.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we had, how about the people who were just watching us?
Yep.
I think people are gonna get more comfortable with it.
Yep.
And they'll start to maybe.
We'll get more crowds.
No, they'll tear down their inhibitions, right? And
get on and voice their opinions.
Because people, let's face it, a lot of people come on. They're afraid of maybe saying something.
Correct. That makes them look stupid. Yeah.
Guess what? If that I've lived by that, I'd be.
I'm the stupidest guy on radio
because I've been accused of stuttering and talking too fast and get excited. That's my personality. I get excited. It's real. We love sports and we love talking about it.
It's our famous word for the day: passion. It's passion.
And Philadelphia sports fans have plenty of that.
Yeah. And
we're here on the boardwalk where we have a lot of sports fans. We see people walking by. There's been a lot of people in here buying hats.
Yeah.
Which is, it's an indication of, look, Phillies hats, their college hats, Eagles hats. You get the bucket hats this year, right?
People are passionate about their teams and they want to represent them and they want to show them off.
So this is a great place to come. They've got a great selection of hats. We're here every Wednesday in the Rant Booth on the boardwalk at AllCampus, A2D Radio. We're on all major platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you name it. We're on it.
Yep.
Twitter, the Rant Booth, where you come in, talk sports, get anything off your chest that you desire.
Yep.
And John, I guess we got about a minute to go.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you again. I'm looking forward to another successful summer here on the boardwalk in Ocean City at AllCampus.
Yes.
Your establishment with all these great hats. I want to remind people, don't forget that if you have any damage to your house, your property, whether it's residential or commercial, you want to call the insurance doctor. Don't call the insurance company first. You call the insurance doctor at 856-874-8377. I want to thank them. I want to thank John Quill. Don't forget to get in here up on the boardwalk at AllCampus. You want a hat? Hey, how about if you're on your way to a game?
You have to get the new hat. You have to get the new hat.
You're in and out, lickety split.
Yeah, we have the Mother's Day hats still. We got the Father's Day hats. We have the new 4th of July hats. We got everything you want here.
All right. We're going to sign off. We're going to be back next Wednesday, 6:30 to 8:30, every Wednesday in the Rant Booth at AllCampus on A2D Radio. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Take care, guys.